Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm dropping another AHA of the week, and today what I'm talking about is something that actually just took place this week, something that just reinforces something that we already know, but it's related to final walkthroughs. We had a closing this week, and the person that was representing the buyer on the other side was actually an attorney. In New York State, whenever attorneys pass the bar, they're given a broker license. As soon as they pass the bar, so they can actually transact real estate. But this attorney is obviously not a full time realtor, so he was helping his client out. What happened was that we had our final walkthrough, and when we went through the house, it was probably the fastest final walkthrough that I've ever had, because they just walked through the whole house and then just left, but didn't really inspect anything or check anything. Now, me being the listing agent representing my seller, obviously I'm not going to be the one to let anybody know that they should be inspecting and checking things, but it was enlightening to me when I saw it. It did remind me of why it's good to have a good realtor on your side, or someone with you that actually knows about what to look for and the things to check at a final walkthrough. So here I'm just going to list some of the things that you want to look out for, but make sure if you're with an agent, if you have a buyer agent, your buyer agent should be able to guide you through this. And if you're going straight through the listing agent, or don't have an agent on your side, then these are things that you should take upon yourself to do, because a good listing agent is representing their seller, and they're not going to be telling you what you should be doing at a final walkthrough, because they don't want you to bring up any issues, right? What happened here, they just walked through the house, didn't even check anything, left, all good. So great for us and our sellers. But in terms of, if I'm thinking about a buyer and what's in their best interest, if it were my client, then it definitely would have been handled differently. So typically for us, if we do a final walkthrough and we're going with our buyers, what you want to check is you want to check all the outlets. So it's good to bring maybe a phone charger or something like that, and you just want to go through and check every outlet, make sure that everything's working. We usually suggest turn on every water faucet, every bathtub, every sink. You want to run the water, and you can run it the whole time. As soon as you get there, leave it running, so that what you'll do is look under the sinks, make sure there's no water dripping, make sure there's no active leaks. You want to go through and let's say the tub is running, you want to look on the ground, make sure there's no water coming through from anywhere as you're going through the house. Leave the water running, make sure that nothing, there's no water that's actively leaking anywhere. Another thing you want to do, you want to test the heat. So here in Queens, we have boilers, we have steam radiators, hot water baseboards. So what you want to do is go turn on the boiler. You can ask the listing agent, or you yourself just go and find the thermostat and tick it on, so that you hear the boiler cut on. Once it turns on, you also want to do this in the beginning, because you want to feel the heat actually start to come into the house during your walkthrough, and you can actually go to every radiator or hot water baseboard. Make sure that you can feel the heat coming off of the radiator or the hot water baseboard. On occasion, we've seen where there might be one radiator or one hot water baseboard somewhere in some room, the heat's not coming off. And then if it's our buyer that we're representing, that's usually a cause to request for a credit or something at closing. So it won't kill the deal, it won't halt the closing, but any items like that that come up at a final walkthrough is definitely cause for, at least at the closing, requesting a credit, because now you're going to have to call a plumber to come in and take a look at that and repair it if necessary. So electrical outlets, make sure you check all of them. Make sure your water, you run the water everywhere. Make sure there's no active leaks or water coming in anywhere. Look at all the ceilings in every room. Make sure that there's no signs of any recent water damage or any signs of recent water coming in through the ceiling or from the roof. You just want to make sure that there's nothing active right now at the final walkthrough, and so everything should look dry. Even if there's old signs of old water damage, it should be dry. If there's anything moist, then that's something else that you would bring up with your attorney, and you probably would need to get a credit or maybe money in escrow, something like that. But you check the ceilings, the plumbing, the electrical, You want to check just well, the windows you would have already checked through inspection, but the main thing is that you want to make sure everything is functioning. So the heat, if there's AC units, turn on the AC, make sure that everything is working properly, because as per a standard contract, everything should be delivered in working order. Meaning, with a standard residential or real estate contract in Queens, plumbing should be in working order. The roof should be free and clear of leaks. Electrical should be in working order. So if you go in every room, turn on all the switches, make sure all the lights and fixtures are working. If any light or fixture is not functioning, you need to know, is that a bulb or is it the actual electrical outlet there, the actual electric line that's not working? Because again, that's something else you would bring up with your attorney. So this is all pretty much just giving you some ideas of things to look for when you go to the final walkthrough. You definitely don't want to go in and just do a quick run through the house and then go to your closing, because once you come back in the house, there might be some things that you're going to find out. Oh man, this isn't working, this sink is leaking here, or little things like that. So make sure you do your final walkthrough, take your time, check everything out, so that you make sure that everything is in working order. And if you find anything that is not in working order for one of the major components of the house, then you want to make sure you let your attorney know so they can address it with the seller's attorney. Okay, so I hope this is insightful. I hope it gives you some tips that you can use whenever the day comes that hopefully you're at a final walkthrough closing on a property. If you have any questions regarding a final walkthrough or things to look for, we have a lot of checklists and things like that we use. So feel free to reach out to me anytime, or to our team. You can always visit us online, queenshometeam.com. This is what the website looks like here. You can reach out to us here anytime. There's a little contact button if you ever have any questions, and also a web chat if you want to jump on the messenger with one of our team members. All right, so thanks for tuning in today. Next week I'll be dropping another AHA. I'm sure I'll have something new to share with you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe so you get notifications of future videos. Take care. Have a great day.